And welcome to this evening's stream. So tonight I'm painting my Blood Bowl team. This is one of my Blood Bowl teams.
Howdy.
Oh, thank you very much. Ah. Oh. I've got a great crick in my elbow. Oh.
John's in the house.
Hi, John.
Whoop whoop.
Hi, John. How you doing? Hi, John. Hi, Pete. Hi, Tony. Hi. Wicked D.
Red.
Don't know. Who else is there? They're just the ones I've seen.
That's all you've got, kid.
Yeah.
But John cheered, and here's Sharon.
Yeah, hi Sharon.
Do you know what else we might possibly have?
What's that?
A gizmo cam.
Oh yeah, because
Maybe if it's working, we might possibly have a gizzy cam. And Karniko's here.
Hi.
Right, I'm gonna see if gizzy cam will work.
I mean, I have to move.
It means you have to move slightly. He's pretending he's asleep. Don't pay any attention to him. He's not asleep really. You can still paint.
I'm trying.
Very trying. This is really complicated. Complicated technical stuff. There he is. Don't pretend to be asleep, mate. We know you're not. Can see your eyes. Is he? You gonna say hello? Hey, what you doing? What's my Gizzy Boo doing? Oh, look at that face. That's Mum. I was asleep. Leave me alone. You're not going to say hello to everybody? No. Look at the grumpy puppy. Who's a grumpy puppy? Is it you? Who's grumpy? Yep. Grumpy Gizmo Cam.
I've dropped him
Grumpy
again.
Gizmo Cam. What's he like?
Dropped him again.
Mr. MLG keeps dropping his minis because they don't quite fit in the painting handle.
Yeah, these guys are on slightly different bases to GW minis, and they don't have as much of a chamfer at the edges. So they're going to keep leaping out of the painting handle if I'm not careful. What I need to do is pop them all out of these bases and put them in some GW Blood Bowl bases.
Hi, Victor Meldrew.
Hi!
So, go on then. What you on with?
So, these are for one of my Blood Bowl teams. These are a Chaos team that I've had for ages because I've painted them on stream before and I've decided to redo them. But they are Grebo Games Chaos team from a Kickstarter, like, I don't know, about 6 or 7 years ago or something. I've had these guys. So I have used them in a Blood Bowl league before, but I never finished painting them. But tomorrow I have a game for a new Blood Bowl league, Sevens League. So obviously, leaving everything to the last minute like normal, thought I'd try and get a little bit of paint on them before my first game. So, for speed, we're going to slap chop these guys.
Pete the Hydrator says dance baby.
Dance, baby, dance to this really cool music that's playing. I'm going to turn it up slightly. Headphone warning, everybody. Are you ready, boy?
Yeah?
That's a
What?
dance.
Oh,
Can you hear it?
no.
No.
Oh yeah, I can hear it as loud as it was before.
Pete the
How long do I
Hydrator
dance
likes
for?
to party.
Forever!
Yeah,
You must dance forever!
that'll do, won't it? That.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Victor Mel. I didn't see the follow. I was probably messing about with the Gizmo cam, was I? Red Snails redeemed Happy! Oh, air hostess hat. That looks very strange.
First one out the bag.
Air hostess hats being worn. Look at The state of that. Oh dear. You look like you're in a bad film. Well, there we go. So go on, sorry, you were telling us telling us all about your Blood Bowl.
Yeah, so tomorrow I've got my first game ever of Blood Bowl 7s. I've not tried this variant of the experience before, so we'll see how that goes. What are you doing, Doc?
Turning around so that I don't film him anymore. Nathan, the air hostess. Hair hostess. Victor Meldrew,
The hostess with the mostess.
Found us on YouTube.
Yeah, cool.
Do you like our YouTube, or is it like I found you on YouTube and I've come on here to tell you how rubbish you are?
Come to tell us how awesome we are.
Oh no, I won't be going that far. How we are. We're very us.
Yep. Ain't nobody like us.
Looks like a drunk face. It was a hen do that I went on. It was my friend's wife's to be's hen do, and she wanted us all to be air hostesses.
Oh yeah, I remember.
A very, very, very long time ago, and they all kind of went as like, you know, sexy air hostesses, and I had a knee-length skirt on and blouse. Normal style of me. I looked much better when I went on the stag do. You didn't like me then, did you? Because I looked like a boy.
You've got to go to both, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, my friend's the boy.
Well, I know.
John the Templar would like you to give them the wave.
Hi, John.
There's a Diglett. Is that a Diglett? Is that what that is?
A Diglett, yeah.
Oh, it looks
That's
like
a
one.
Diglett.
Oh yeah, it says a Diglett. There's a wild Diglett in chat for those of you who are playing Pokemon community game.
We've heard of Diglett.
I knew what that one was. And yeah, but the boys came on my hen do and dressed as girls.
Yeah.
And looked a lot better than some of the girls that were out. So,
Got chatted up, didn't
yeah, they got chatted up. One of them thought it was really funny and kind of went along with it, and one of them was scared stiff and was like, "Never come help me! This person's chatting me up." Yeah. I'll just stand here and have a laugh a minute, and then I'll come and help you. Red went on a hen do once, never again. Only bloke there. If I weren't married, been okay. I was the only girl on the stag do.
Yeah. But I was there to look after you.
You were there, yeah. I won't say you were looking after me, but you were there. You were there in spirit, or full of spirit. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
No one caught Diglett. Poor Diglett. It's the only one that I recognised, and it's escaped. It's escaped to live a happy life without being stuck in a ball.
They like it.
Oh, apparently so. I don't see how that works, but apparently so, yeah.
Right.
You could probably take your hat off now.
Can I?
Well, only if you want to. I mean, you might be enjoying it. We've had the story of the hat now, at least.
Yep. Let's take it off.
I was too busy stuffing my face, as Wicked D, to throw a Pokeball. Victor Meldrew says, yes, it's good. I was watching Battling Barrow open your advent calendar. Oh, yeah. He's a nice chap. Then I watched your vid since. Oh, that's good. Thank you
Awesome.
very much.
Thank you.
He's opened a couple of the miniature blind bags as well, I think.
Yeah, cool.
Always seems to be able to find an adventure to fit in the minis that he gets, which is always helpful.
Yeah. Adventure miniature blind bags are a fairly new development, aren't they?
And it's also his fault that we have Christmas crackers with miniatures in now as well, which are great and wonderful, but really fiddly and horrible to put together. And I got very grumpy last Christmas making them.
Why?
Because they were really hard to put together.
Because you have to do all the folds and all the things.
Yeah, and then you'd fold one bit and you'd think, right, okay, now I need to fold the next bit, and then that bit you'd just done would go ping, not folded anymore, ha 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 ha. Like that. Got carried home, everyone else went on to the nightclub, said Red. Oh no, why did you get carried home? What were you messing at? Was it, I can't remember, was it that stag do where we had that one annoying lad who we spent most of the night trying to make sure didn't get into trouble?
Yeah.
And make sure that he was safe, because he was annoying lots of people, and it only takes one annoying of the wrong person and then you get hit or something, don't you? So we were...
Proposed to a random stranger on a bench.
Yeah. He was a bit of a liability, that guy.
Yeah.
I don't even know who he was.
No, I don't know if I've seen him since, actually.
Maybe not.
But Stuart knows lots of people.
That's true. Outside is people, and I avoid people. Yeah, I avoid people too. But this was my best mate's stag do. So, and I was dressed up, so no one, I wasn't me. I was somebody else.
It was good. Good. We went to Barnsley.
Yep.
Because that's where he's from.
Good old Barnsley. It's a good night out in Barnsley.
Yeah.
So apart from stag do's and hen do's, what miniature painting nonsense would you like to tell us about?
Don't know.
So you're painting what? Chaos Chosen?
Chaos Chosen, yeah.
Do you know who you're going against?
I think I'm going to be
Hey,
playing...
Jay.
I think I'm playing Lizard Men.
Lizard Men?
Yeah.
Is there some kind of strategy you need then for that? Or
No, I'm just going to go with my normal, tried and tested, get in, try and knock out as many other players and then maybe score.
Right, oh, okay. Can't really argue with that.
Yeah, I'm only guessing that they're Lizard Men. The team name is the New World Dolphins, I think. And,
Are they not supposed to be like the Miami Dolphins?
Yeah, but unless they're humans. But New World in Warhammer is the land that the Lizard Men live in.
Well that makes more sense then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I fell asleep, says Red, just done a 16-hour shift and they filled me up. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming that's a drink, Red. But yeah, so you fell asleep because you were too tired to handle all that excitement and alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, they've been having mushroom talks on the Discord. Lots of interesting mushroom talks.
Mushroom talks.
I think it was Sharon, and part of the D&D thing.
Oh,
Was asking some questions to get a bit of background on mushrooms and what happens to them if you leave them alone and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So lots of interesting mushroom talk over there in the Discord. I do believe that Sharon got the answers that she required from our wonderful peeps in Discord, who seem to know all sorts of wealth of information.
About mushrooms.
About everything. There always seems to be somebody in our Discord that if you ask a question knows the answer. To say that there's only a few of us really, it's quite good.
Cool. What does happen to mushrooms if you leave them without doing anything with them?
Well,
do they grow and grow and grow, and then you end up with a box full of mushrooms? Or?
No, well that was the question. You see, that was what was wanting to be known. But apparently, they only kind of survive on the species of mushroom or whatever. Only survive on certain types of trees. So the fungi just doesn't grow on any old stuff lying about.
Right.
They have to eat, a certain type or whatever. So they would exhaust the food supply and then basically melt away, leaving spores. Then if there was a sudden downpour or something, they would all go, woohoo, we're orcs now, and and come back. So there you go, you see. It was that kind of. There was more in depth into it than that. But yeah, basically.
I see. So,
What did the mushroom put as his best trait in the dating app? Is it that he's a fun guy? If it's not, then I'll be highly disappointed.
I responded to a load of messages that we'd had through our various selling platforms, not the website, but we, as you may know, we do sell on eBay and Amazon as well, hoping really that people will then come back to us directly and save a bit of money, because
It's cheaper on the website.
it's cheaper on the website. But yeah, today I've been answering questions from people and stuff on eBay and Amazon, mostly Amazon, because people do ask some weird questions about stuff.
Anything that you can repeat? Obviously, not telling customer names. But
No,
anything
I had a point of what I was going to say, and then I've forgotten what it was.
Sorry.
It's all right. I was going somewhere with it.
You was going somewhere.
And I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember. Oh, that was where it was. So, like, right. So we occasionally we get returns, okay? Because the way that Amazon works, they kind of encourage you to send stuff back if you don't like it and what have you, and that's fine because Amazon's a big company and they'd like to maintain good customer service. But obviously, for us selling on Amazon, so we have to abide by the same rules and what have you. So if somebody decides that they don't like it, they can go on the chat thing and tell Amazon that they don't like it, and there's limited options for what you can put in as to why you don't like it. So today we had a customer that had purchased a really useful box, right? And it's been returned to us, and the reason that the customer said that they'd returned to us was that it was incompatible or not suitable for its intended purpose. So I've like contacted this customer and said, this box it's come. You've sent it back to us, and it appears to be in like perfect condition. What about it is not suitable for its intended purpose, or it's incompatible? You've purchased a storage box, and then you've like sent it back. Have you, I don't know, like what's going on? And the response I got, so I'm waiting for a bit more clarification, but the response I got initially was, "It is not suitable." It is not suitable. That's and then another customer had purchased a Tamiya model kit that contains 5 soldiers that you have to build. They are German soldiers with a machine gun and a couple of other bits. And the thing, and their reason for sending it back was it doesn't look anything like the picture. And the picture of the in the catalogue, if you like, that Amazon shows. There's several pictures, but the first picture shows them built, and I can only assume that they assumed that they were getting the built thing rather than the model kit that builds it. Which is very bizarre. Very bizarre.
Thank you very much, Vicky Meldrew. That's very kind of you to subscribe to our weird little channel of nonsense.
Thank you.
Very, very kind. Thank you.
Sorry, I
sent back
rambling.
the box because it didn't fit enough mushrooms, says Jay. Maybe. Have you smelt it to see if it's got any mushroom juice?
Definitely no mushroom.
Pete the Hydrator says booyah.
Look, it's me! Booyah. I don't look too bad on that picture. I don't really look like that in real life. But it's really useful, says Keith, including the name.
Pete the Hydrator thinks you're crazy.
Well, we are. We are. How are you doing, puppy? Are you going to come and say hello yet?
What have I done with my brush?
You gonna come and say hello yet?
No, I'm sleeping.
No, why not? You've not done anything all day. It's not like you're, exhausted, is it? Exhausted puppy.
Sleeping, Mum.
Look at the sad puppy face. What's the matter? I mean, like, really?
When he,
Are you that tired?
John likes the puppy.
He's obviously that tired, everybody.
When I come home from work, he goes absolutely nuts.
Pete the
doesn't he?
Hydrator
I've been
wants
gone
you to
for-
turn it up.
I think I've been gone for a year or something. When you see these little videos, I keep talking about all these little videos, but Facebook shows me all this junk all the time. And it's where people, like soldiers and stuff, have been on detachment for 6 months or whatever, and then they come back and their dogs go crazy when they see him and stuff. That's what Gizmo's like every day.
Yeah, that's what it's like if you leave the room and walk back into the room. You need to put a wig on, Jay says.
D is splendiferous.
Oh, that's the one that's spelt wrong. Wiki D isn't splendiferous. Wiki D is slendiferous. You're slendiferous, Wiki D, because I spelt the meme wrong. So did the pink tank make it in? Have you not seen the video, Red? What have you been messing at? Of course it made it in. If that's what we're talking about, of course.
Yeah. Looks
John cheered for Gizmo.
looks really cool. Pink tank, I like it.
Let me see if I can find it without it making noise. Hang on. Let's have a look.
D is splendiferous.
There you go, look. Here's a Linky Dinky. Again, who knows if the link will work, because apparently they weren't working the other day. But there's a Linky Dinky look. So you can have a look. Oh, there's a wild, weird purple thing with a big yellow nose that looks like a bomb. In chat, if you want to throw some balls at it. Maybe it's a mushroom. Maybe that's what mushrooms turn into. Maybe that's what really happens.
That's what happens when you look.
Sharon. Get the video, watch Sharon. Not right now though, obviously, because you're watching us. Save that link for later. Apparently, a train is due. The Brid Land train. Oh, a hype train is there. It's because John's awesome. That's why there's always a hype train close. We never get a hype train, but there's always one just in the background refueling just in case.
What is your miniature, Sharon? Your thing that was in the video. It looks absolutely awesome. Is it like a little? Is it something you've put together yourself, or is it a diorama that's come like that?
Did we turn it up for John? For Pete?
You did, I think.
Did I?
Didn't you?
Red's been teaching Little Red and his mate how to play BattleTech all day, and he's got a headache. He needs some vodka, but there's none in the house. Poor Red. Yes, it does sometimes get painstaking when you're teaching little ones to play games. Sharon says, sorry, don't watch the video. It's been a day or a couple of months, actually. It's all right. I'm only winding you up. I only did it this afternoon, don't you? No, you didn't turn it up. You sound like Pete, Wicked D. Right, headphone warning then. I'll turn it up for Pete. Got some techno now, though.
There's a little bit more jazzy than some of the music.
Well, I'm waiting for everyone to make me some royalty-free music in chat, like MLG Community Royalty-Free Music Gang. We all just get an instrument and make a noise.
Yeah. Do some jamming.
It's 3D printed, says Sharon. It was for one of the D&D sessions.
Yeah. Awesome. I've ordered a restock of a load of D&D books today. Didn't realise that we'd run out of stuff.
Big fish, little fish, cardboard box. That's the dance you should do next time. You've got to dance in the shopping trolley as well.
shopping trolley. Alright.
You never do that one?
No, never done that one.
Okie dokie.
Never done that one. So the one thing that I like about these, or one thing that I really like, it's not the one thing, but one thing that I really like about these models. That
Is how far down the camera you can paint them so we can't see? Is that?
No.
Ah.
Is that unlike the GW Chaos team, they're all individual sculpts. What I really don't like is having models that look the same pose or something. I'm not a big fan of that. I like having the stuff mixed up so that they're different. And these guys are all different poses, which I really like. Whereas the Chaos team that GW make, in fact all the Blood Bowl teams that GW make, you just get 2 sprues the same and there isn't any build options. You have to build your guys in the same poses. No. No, I haven't.
Okay. I'm just going to move this. I'm still painting feathers, just in case anybody was interested.
They're looking really cool.
They're not looking how I want them to look.
Do you think we can
Hydrate.
build the other eagle that's missing a foot?
Right.
Well, no, I don't mean like right now. I mean, is it? Do you think? Yeah,
it'll just be missing a foot.
Yeah. So we just need to get a bit of green stuff out and make it so its feet are tucked up or something.
No, it'll just be missing a foot.
It's had a horrific
So
accident.
yeah, they'll get some blood dripping from it or something.
Hydrate.
What you got?
I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember what it's called.
Is
It's
it that Brewdog stuff?
It's Brewdog Stout. I can't remember what it's called.
Black something.
Yeah, Black Heart or something like that. It's very nice. I saw it in the supermarket the other day. I don't know why I said it like that. Saw it in the supermarket the other day, and I thought, I really like their lager. I wonder if I'll really like their stout. And it's very tasty. Very tasty.
Pando says, how is everyone? Nice to meet you, I'm Panda. And Tony says, I'm doing very well, thank you, Panda. Don't be pandering to him. You know what he's like. It is true that Pando has only got one more level until he levels up. Now, I don't really know how you make him level up. But he's currently level 44 and 45 is the next level. And then we can change him to disgusting poo-coloured yellow if we wanted to.
We don't want to make him disgusting.
Well, we would ask. I would ask the community what they wanted. But currently, he's one level off, leveling up. I think is taking the mix slightly with how much attention he gets and how slow he levels up. I think he's dragging it out. 45 is the new 50, says Tony. Well, he's only 44, so.
Yeah.
I accidentally clicked and made him a raccoon for a couple of seconds there. Did everybody notice that? Lost the battle with Grimm's Snacks agent, the dwarf, the other day, but good to catch up with me mate Stig and his dwarves. Are you going to be losing the battle when you Blood Bowl?
Oh, I'm sure I'm going to lose. Yeah, it's been a little while since I've played Blood Bowl, so there might need to be a little bit of checking of rules and stuff. I'm hoping that it'll be fairly straightforward. This is Blood Bowl 7's So there's a couple of pages that I need to read before the game to make sure I've built my team correctly. But I think it's alright.
I'm just marvelling at Nathan the Medusa. Hey, that wig used to be alright now, and it does look a bit snaky now, doesn't it? It used to be good. It used to be nice.
It probably just needs brushing.
No, it needs proper treatment. But it's not going to get it, so... Blood Bowl, awesome game till I play Little Red, says Red. There's a cat sneaking along the bottom of the screen towards Panda. Watch out, Panda! Watch out, there's a giant cat coming for you! Ah, run!
What team does Little Red play? Yeah, I think I'm going to be against Lizardmen this week, but there is I think we've got a Lizardmen team, an Undead team, Skaven team. Skaven are horrible. They can score so many touchdowns. So manoeuvrable.
What do you play, Victor Meldrew? Do you play any games, or do you just paint? We have a lot of people in the Discord that don't play and just enjoy the painting aspect of the miniatures. Lots of people in there. But Mr. MLG over here plays practically anything that he can possibly get his hands on.
I do. I'm terrible, really. Too many games on the go. I just like minis.
Chaos All Stars mainly, says Red.
That's what these guys are, really. So I've got I've left a couple of the things in the case because I've got a Minotaur, but these are my Chaos Warriors that are going in the team. I've got another one, but apparently you can only have 4 non-linemen. So I'm told. So we're just going to go with 3 Chaos Warriors and the rest the Beastmen. I think the Minotaur is going to be far too much messing. Far too many points. You can only have 600 gold for your team in 7s.
Red Snail is an Orc player. Victor Meldrew, I just paint. Working on Heresy at the moment. Oh, he's got some of that and all.
Yeah.
Just painting and no games. So, like some right odd people over there, says Konika. I think we outweigh them, don't we? Don't we outweigh the game players, us just painty people?
Yeah. Here's some Heresy for you. There's Conrad Kerr's ripped.
He was painted. What's happened to him?
I didn't like how I'd done him. So
I say he was painted last time I saw him.
So last night I chopped his base down because he was on far too big a base. So I cut his base down after last night's stream while I was waiting for the dwarf to dry, and I've had to make him some new claws because he's sustained a little bit of damage in transit. Unfortunately.
Oh, yes. We have a lot of painting challenges and incentives in the Discord, Victor Meldrew, that you might have noticed. If you've got any questions, then just ask in Discord. There's always somebody about to help out and answer any questions you might have. I do try and pin the information for each channel in the channel to help people, but do just ask if you need to. We're currently in the Great MLG Brush Off, which is a painting incentive that's just for fun that we have. And this month, April, this month's theme is animals. So you can join in with that if you so wish. Hey, Redscope!
Hi!
So it's an animal, just paint a miniature that's based around an animal, or don't paint a real animal, that might be frowned upon. From any manufacturer. And then we make the video, make a showcase video at the end of the month, which is the one I've just posted is for last month. And then we all go, wow, that's really awesome! Because they're always really awesome. So there you go. I was watching the battle report today. Seems like poor Conrad had a bad time. Yeah, he's even been stripped of his colours now, Redscope. Nathan's just shown him off and he's not even painted anymore.
No. Yeah.
That embarrassed by his little self.
Yeah. He got mauled, unfortunately. So I'd set him up at the side of the table in cover because I was getting the first turn. So I'd set him up on one side, and then my opponent's dreadnoughts, a Leviathan dreadnought and a Contemptor dreadnought, ran towards him shooting, or moved towards him shooting. So I had to move him away, and I thought he's got a special rule that lets him have an extra feel no pain rule. So I thought, oh well, we'll try that, but it's a psychic power, but if you fail it, he suffers potentially some damage, and obviously I failed it because that's just the way I roll. So he took some damage straight off the bat, and then he took some damage from shooting, and then he took a bit more damage from shooting, and then when he finally got an opportunity to get in combat and wreck some face, the Templars took him out. Just too good.
You probably take your wig off now, baby.
Yeah. That's good because my head's getting a bit warm.
I thought you looked like you were getting a bit warm. Tony says, I'm getting a bit too caught up with the idea of the Dungeon and Lasers Kickstarter. Must resist temptation. Will we be getting any of that in for retail?
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah, so you could hold off and then, just get bits you want. Queen Ucka says, animals for April. Things like Krakens and Skaven. Yep, that's how we go. Set up a game of Battletech tomorrow for Little Red and his mate doing a grab the flag sort of thing, says Red.
Oh, nice. I wouldn't mind having a go at Battletech.
There's a wild Pokemon in chat. Looks like a conker in a horse chestnut, that's gone bad and a bit purple. I was watching your showcase today. That's how I found your Discord. Says Victor.
Awesome.
I have Malefic's Pigs I was thinking of doing for this month. Yeah, this month. So until the end of the month. It's a soft deadline, but we do say like the end of April, but there's always a bit of leeway.
I needed some leeway.
You needed some leeway, didn't you? So yeah, that's cool. I've never heard of a Rage reprint before. A Rage repaint, yeah. Rage repainting Conrad Cares over there. He's so rubbish. He must be stripped of all his paint.
Yeah. Oh, I found out today that the strategy that I used in the battle report as well, and indeed some of the things that I did in the past 2 games is not right. I shouldn't have done it. I feel bad about it, but it's just going to have to inform my future decisions. So when the first edition of Heresy was around, the drop pods that I have used to have a rule which is deep strike. Assault vehicle, which means that you can deploy the vehicle, the drop pod, and then charge your guys out of it in 1 turn. However, in the second edition of the rules, I don't know why, but I've completely overlooked that they've taken that rule away from it. So...
but then your opponents didn't know either.
No, they didn't know.
It's not like you were playing and they arguing with them about it being right. Nobody knew.
Yeah, no. So, I spent, I don't know, a whole night, didn't I? After we'd streamed, building them, getting glue all over myself and getting grumpy with them because they weren't going together, and what have you, because I wanted to use them in this thing. And now I've discovered that I can't actually use them in the way that I wanted to. So I'm going to have to rejig my list. I've contacted Games Workshop for clarification to make sure that it isn't just a typo, and apparently it's fully intentional that they've taken that rule away from them, which I think sucks. But hey.
Tony Court Cloister, which always reminds me of Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
That weird looking, what did Pete say it was? A ghastly in a shell. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Weird looking thing. is now in Tony's possession, so he can throw it at us whenever he wants to. Red says, got the basic setup of BattleTech. Much easier, but if you're up for a game, well, cool dude, just ask.
Awesome.
I'm not doing very well at reading stuff out today. Sorry, Red. Do you have, says Red Scope, do you have any dreadnoughts, the Horus Heresy army? Did you see that coming?
Yeah.
I've got to do big fish, little fish. I'm going to go with this music. It's definitely big box, little box, cardboard box, isn't it? You're not even doing it. Did you never do it when you were...
Yeah, it's that, innit? It's big fish, little fish, cardboard box. Something like that, innit?
You never did it, did
No,
you?
not
I
really.
can see that from the sheer terror in your eyes.
Dreadnoughts. I haven't got any in my list, but I have got. I've got 2 Leviathans and a Contemptor for my Night Lords. And they may now. I'm going to have to rejig my list a bit. They may now be featuring in the list. They weren't before, but they might be now. I missed a bit of skin there. What's going on there? Might have missed a bit of skin there. Name my Blood Bowl team the Brimstone Beasts. Because I was struggling for inspiration.
We gave him loads of names, but he didn't like any of them.
And that's true.
He was doing the trying not to hurt your feelings, but they're all rubbish. Like, all right.
I was gonna play goblins when I originally heard about this thing because I have
Yeah,
I have a goblin team already painted.
Well, why do that? Why take a team that's already painted when you can paint a whole new team, as well as all the Space Marines that you need for the end of the month? Why take a team that's already painted?
Because somebody else was already. I thought they were already playing goblins, but they were playing snotlings. But anyway, that's just more trolls and throwing things. And I thought, well, that'd be a bit boring for people to play against when it's like 2 teams very similar. So I'll go with something different. Nobody's playing these. I'll play these.
Ah, dearie me. Redscope says, I suggest you put them in your army because they get you night vision bonus that Night Lords have.
Yes.
Goblins rock!
Yes,
says
they
Red.
do. They do. That's yeah. I was thinking about it. I've also got I've got a couple of other things that I want to include. Scorpius missile launchers. I've been recommended those. They're pretty cool. So I've got one built, and I need to build another one. They're definitely going in. Now I've seen how cool the rules are. One of them or 2 of them are going in, and yeah, at least one of the dreadnoughts, I think.
John says, what do we think of Beastmen versus Votan for the final kill team?
Oh, I think it looks ace. Those models look mint. Yeah, I'm really really impressed. Yeah, really impressed. The squats having the upgrade sprue, the Votan having the upgrade sprue to the Warriors kit, I think it's pretty cool actually. Seeing as there is such a new force, and then getting the extra options. I'm not sure about the jetpack guy, but certainly some of the others. So I could quite fancy having some of those, and the Beastmen look mint as well.
Redscope's excited about the Beastmen.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are excited about the Beastmen. It's got a lot of people who've been thinking about it for a while, or hoping that it's coming for a while, thinking even more along the lines of us getting a Traitor Guard or Forces of Chaos generic book at some point in the future, so you can have all of these things together. Because we've got Traitor Guard and we've got like cultists and stuff, so maybe having an army book that lets you mix a few demons and a few kind of like the old Hordes of Chaos books that you used to get.
Will we be in 10th edition?
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to end up with rules. We see, like, they're doing something almost every day about 10th edition. So yesterday was an article all about the new Terminators and how good new Terminators are, and they look pretty cool. The models are appear to be like easy to build style things. They're probably going to be in the new starter set. Just a guess based on the photos, but I've even all the pictures of them painted in different chapter colours. They're all in exactly the same poses, so they look like they're going to be easy to build. Probably going to come in the starter set with the new Termagants and stuff that's in on the Tyranid side.
Tony says, still got a couple of space beastmen from Blackstone Fortress. Or Blackpool Fortress, as Tony.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think the games like that, they did the same with Age of Sigmar as well. The Blackstone Fortress and the Warhammer Quest that they did. They were kind of like testing grounds for new model types, and people have liked them. Obviously, the cultists have been really popular. But yeah, they able to test out, like do a couple of models and see if people like them, and then they can work on other stuff based on that.
Redscope says, they are releasing so much information about 10th at the moment, I'm thinking it might be sooner than the normal June-July release.
Yeah, I think it'll be June. I think they're just trying to build as much hype for it as possible. So they've said that at Warhammer Fest you'll be able to play it and see all the contents of the box and stuff. So that's gonna be pretty cool. So while we're there, we'll have a go, and I'll get some pictures and hopefully some videos. If I don't get too caught up in the moment of the new stuff.
Red says, I've given up with Warhammer, loving the Warlords of Nowhere.
Oh yeah.
Apart from Red put the right name.
Yeah. I've got Warlords of Erewhon. I've got the rule book. Never actually got round to having a game.
Oh, you see, you'll have to arrange some games, Red.
Yeah.
For Mr. MLG. Unfortunately, he can only do Thursday and Friday nights there.
Yeah.
Because otherwise he's like having to proper work, not just supervisory work, and run off every now and then to serve somebody on a Thursday and Friday.
I missed that guy's face mask. But there are we do have a couple of regulars that play it as well. If you're looking for an opponent, we've got one of the staff, Dave, plays, and a couple of our regular customers play Warlords of Erewhon.
Tony says, wasn't Warlords of Nowhere written by Rick Priestley?
It is indeed, yeah.
Red says, well, I'm free now, I've not got a job. You like just paint slightly more in the middle of the screen. Maybe show us
like that.
what you're doing as well. Like, this is what I'm doing so far. Because you just keep putting them to one side.
This is what I'm doing so far.
And we can't see them. We can't see what they are.
This is what I'm doing so far. This is one of my beastmen. They've got these little tabs on the bases. I think I always intended on slicing those off when I rebased them on some GW bases.
So how old are these then?
I reckon I've had these 6 years.
Oh, not old then.
No.
Yeah, you've got a wig hair.
Yeah. It's gonna have to go.
Can't see it anymore.
No.
Can't see it anymore.
No, it's there.
It's in your glasses. It's in the thing of your glasses. But I've pulled it out.
Thank you.
Takes some looking after, don't you?
Yep. Good job you loved me.
Yeah.
So my plan is we're doing armour in Flesh Tearers red. My plan is get them done red so that they don't look too terrible, and then I'm going to come back later and pick out all the trimmy little bits on the edges rather than try and do it as I'm going along. Oh, I've made a bit of a boo-boo there. The problem when I tried painting these guys before, I come up with this crazy idea that we're going to have white armour. And then I decided that I didn't like the white armour, I didn't like how it had gone on. No, there we go, straight out the base. So then I decided that I was going to do them with orange armour, seeing as I'd already laid down a load of white on them. And then that looked rubbish as well. So now we're just going to go with a traditional, more chaosy theme of red and purple, I think. You know, purple loinclothy bits and red armour. Just something simple to get them going.
There's a wild Pokemon in chat.
You were doing some Gizzy Cam.
Yeah, he's pretending to be asleep. And it's Gizzy Cam and Mr. MLG's Slipper Cam.
Just what everybody wants to see. Slipper Cam.
And then there's some eggs hiding behind, look. It's nearly Easter, so Pokemon eggs have come out.
What are they?
Execute.
Right.
I don't know how you say that.
Yeah, that thing. Execute.
Execute. It's execute. Slipper Cam, whoop whoop! Steady on. Steady on with Slipper Cam. And have Dead Eagle Cam.
What?
Dead Eagle Cam.
Ah, right.
Have to make the most of it now that this camera's kind of working.
Kind of working, so just film everything.
Film everything. This is what I'm painting over here, you see. This is how it's looking so far. Even though you can't, I'm terrible, look. I've got to hold this camera, that's the problem. There's its wings. So far. Wings so far. I looked up because I thought you'd actually killed a bird. Like I'd do that, Wiki. I like its beak. That's the only bit I like. There we go. Terrible palette cam. Right, I'm getting carried away now. I'm going to switch it off.
What do you like?
What am I like? I'm just like me. No one caught the weird Pokemon egg things. This is very jolly, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So, just going back to Battletech, Catalyst that make Battletech I've got a new Kickstarter thing going at the moment. Fund some new stuff, which we have backed as a retailer. So if you like the look of it, but you don't want to invest in Kickstarter type things, then we have. So you'll be able to pick those items up from us when they come to retail. We should get them before the regular retail regular retail release. We finally today got a delivery with the last bits of our Frosthaven stuff on as well.
Wow.
So fortunately we'd sold out of the Frosthaven game, but we got some more delivered on Saturday, and finally we've got all the other bits and pieces that we should have got at the same time as our original delivery. So now we've got sleeves and removable sticker packs and map packs and all sorts of other bits and pieces to go with it. So that's really cool.
That's part of the problem with Kickstarter, though, isn't it? It's a bit of a gamble sometimes.
Yeah, I'd gone real off it, Kickstarter. Got really cheesed off with it because some of the ones that we'd done sort of early on in Mighty Lancer Games history just took forever. We've not missed out on any yet. Fortunately, I thought we were gonna get gypped by one that nearly went down due to the shipping costs and stuff over COVID. Not the company's fault, just the fact that shipping prices for a container went from like a couple of £1,000 to £17,000 per container while the pandemic was in full swing. So they've started to normalise a bit, but they've not really dropped much below about £7,000 a container apparently, which is still wild. But that's part of the reason that a lot of game components and other bits and pieces have gone up in price so dramatically, as well as the fact that everything's going up just in general. But yeah, so I'd gone a little bit off Kickstarter. I got a bit fed up with it, but then we've had a couple that I'd backed just as me, and they've been delivered like pretty successfully. So started having a little cheeky look again at a couple of things. So there's a really cool looking Batman themed one. It's Escape from Arkham, where you play as the villains trying to escape from Arkham Asylum, and that one looks really cool. So we've backed that. That's by Night Models, who make some really awesome looking minis for the DC universe.
Cool.
So
we're going to be raiding over
we're there already.
to Wicked D in 2 whole minutes, who is playing that community game again, the puzzle solving game that everybody enjoyed last week. So Wicked D has gone over to set a little stream up ready for that, because she was too busy listening to us that she forgot that actually, you need to set the stream up before you start. So she's run off to do that. So hopefully you'll all come over with us to raid Wicked D and play the community game over there. Wicked D plays all sorts of games and does Switch gaming on the weekend, but on a Wednesday she plays community games so that we can all join in chat. And we try our very best to raid us, even though Twitch sometimes doesn't let me. So you've got a whole half a minute to finish off and say what you need to say to peeps.
Wish me luck tomorrow on my Blood Bowl game. It's been a while since I've played Blood Bowl. Hopefully I can remember what I'm doing. She'll give you a roundup of the game. Thanks, Tony. Roundup of the game next time we're here.
Well, you might do me a battle report with some good photos this time.
I'll give it a whirl. It's so easy to get caught up in the hype of the moment and stuff.
Red Scope still got Kickstarters from 3 years ago that they're waiting, and Krunika still waiting for them from over 5 years. You see that?
Whoa.
That's why I don't like Kickstarter. I won't trust them.
Yeah.
But then I don't trust lots of things, do I? So that's
No.
not really a good judge. Come on, Wicked D, where are you? Where are you? It's not in my little raid channel. Oh, we've got some scary music now.
Yeah.
Blood Bowl needs to be a lot faster. 3 hours is way too long, says Tony. What's the one that you used to play? Was it Gorkamorka?
Gorkamorka.
You don't play that anymore, do you? That was fast, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's not Kickstarter, says Kroniko, it's the company. Yeah. I don't have. I just think when people put stuff on, and I don't know. I don't like giving money to people without getting something back in my hand, and then walking away with said thing in my hand. But then I don't like parting with money anyway, do I?
Nope.
Don't like spending it. I like keeping it and looking at it. Well, I don't know where she is.
Don't know. Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, she might be now.
No, she's back.
She might be. She's not in my little thing, but she's definitely on because it's told me. It's told me she's on. What's she doing? Come on. Go into my little thing. I can't reach my keyboard to type your name in. Oh, we've got scary music as well.
Blood Bowl definitely needs to be played with a turn counter.
Yeah, it's not letting me raid, so we'll just have to wander over ourselves, I'm afraid. Because it's being all super silly and daft and poop. Let me see if I can put a link in for her so that you can click that instead, because it's not working. But thank you very much for seeing us. It's
Thanks,
super
everyone.
awesome, and we'll see you at the other side, and we'll see you on Monday from 8 o'clock. Thanks, everybody.
Bye!